And catching up with Kyle Busch, he's 10 laps away from a big check, a special trophy, and a big check mark for the coach, Joe Gibbs, scoring his first All-Star win. What's your biggest concern over the final 10 laps, Kyle?
Just being able to get speed for 10 laps. You know, we've got it for about 5 or 6 or so, but Carl's car just keeps on turning. He's really, really good. So we'll see how it plays out and what kind of happens. You know, typically we see this is the most exciting segment of the night, and hopefully we're not a part of the excitement until the last lap. But, you know, there could be a few cautions, and it could play that way.
One big observation he made, Steve, that the 99 of Edwards could dive about 5 to 6 car lengths deeper in the corner than he could.
Well, Matt, let's check on Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy, the stop when you took 2 tires was a bit of an adventure, got you stuck back in traffic. What's your mindset now?
Yeah, you know, we lost some track position and pitted, and none of the other fast cars stayed up front and lost some ground. I mean, we have a great car. I started deep in the pack and drove up to the lead, and you know, going forward again right now, catching those guys. But with 10 laps to go, I don't know if I can get there. I'm going to try. We'll see what we can do, but just don't know what to expect here. And I don't want to tear the car up, but if I can get up there and see that front row, those front 2 guys, we're definitely going to put it on them.
All right, thank you, Jimmy. Let's go to Dick Berggren.
Carl Edwards is sitting in the car and talking to his crew chief and his engineers. This conversation has gone on since he parked the car. The decision as to what to do about this car is absolutely critical. They have not touched the car yet. Matt?
And Jeff Gordon, Dick, just putting his helmet back on. And Jeff, what do you need to do to this race car to get yourself another All-Star trophy?
Well, first I got to restart. I just completely messed up that restart. These guys in this DuPont Chevrolet have been awesome. They have given me a heck of a race car, and I got a great restart the time before that, and that one, you know, I just spun the tires. But the car is awesome, especially when we got up there in clean air. We got to roll, you know, the corner a little bit better when the car lands, so that's what we're going to try to do here with the minimal amount of adjustments we can make. But I feel confident we can get back up there. Plus, there's still a lot of stuff that's going to happen in 10 laps.
All right, what adjustments, Jeff, were you looking at most that might help this 24 car?
You have to ask that guy.
Alan Gustafson, the crew chief. Dick?
Carl Edwards, so far so good. That was a long conversation. What are we going to do for the last 10 laps?
I can't tell you that, Dick.
Well, what are you going to do for the next 10 laps? How are you going to play it?
I'm going to go out here and have some fun. To be honest with you, I'm kind of nervous.
Why?
I want to win this $1 million. I want to win this thing. It's not like I lose $1 million if we lose, but man, it just feels so good to run up front. You know, we got this Aflac now hiring Ford up front, and that's something different for me in this All-Star race, to run this well. So I just got to go out there, shake it off, and go race, man. I think it's going to be a heck of a race.
Good luck. Steve?
Denny Hamlin tightening the belts right now. Dick, Denny, what is your mindset heading out for this last 10 laps? How do you approach it?
Well, this is about where we were last year. I think we might have been 4th, but now we're going to see what this #1 pit stall is all about. We need about 2 or 3 spots right here. If we do that, we're going to have a shot at winning this.
Good luck.
4 tires, mandatory pit stop. First off pit road will be first to the restart, green flag. Dick Berggren.
And Bob Osborne has told his crew, be smooth. Carl Edwards is working as best he can to get around that 78 car without it interrupting his flow. Matt?
An opportunity, Dick, for these athletes on pit road to showcase their talent. Nick O'Dell and Jake Simonera, the tire changes for Kyle Busch going to work. Meanwhile, on the 16 at Biffle, Rodney Fetters, DW, 1-year-old Jackman. He's already around on the left side. Steve?
Matt, Nick, Chris Manich, and Mike Hicks, the tire changers on the 11. Crew Chief Mike Ford said, hit this one out of the park, boys. A little bit of a problem on the left front. Little slow stop for the 11.
Edwards, Busch, Biffle on the first 3. Kenseth from 7th to 4th. How about that? 10 green flag laps, $1 million to win it. Carl Edwards gets a little bit of a jump, and it's on.
So does Greg Biffle, man. He is right there. Boy, this is where Greg has had a hard time keeping his car on the bottom, but he does it this time.
Kyle Busch hangs tough on the outside, runs good through 1 and 2, and has
got the momentum. Biffle likes that bottom if he can hold it. Can he hold it? No, he's going to have to get out of the gas a little bit. Kyle's going to clear him.
Edwards, Busch, Biffle, and Rudeman, the front 4.
I tell you, that 99 is so stout tonight, though, man. He can just go where he wants to. He's got a great car coming up off the corner like a rocket.
Third place, here comes Rudy.
Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity. It's coming.
David Rudiman has won here at Charlotte before. He's up for third, and Kurt Busch has bounced off the wall at turn 4.
Boy, he did. Boy, look at old David Rudiman. He's looking around there, Michael. He's got a little shot here.
Well, now I got two problems. I'm nervous about the race, and I'm nervous about that car and how he's going to do.
Oh, boy.
These guys are so intense right now, Mike. Rudiman to the bottom, Kyle higher line. Biffle starting to look around up top.
And Stewart coming. And Mark Martin's got a bit of damage.
Mark's got a lot of damage to the right front. His right front is all jacked up in the air.
Now watch Kurt Busch into the wall, and below, watch Jimmy Johnson and Mark Martin get together.
Yeah, Jimmy tried to get away from the 22. I think Jimmy thought the 22 would bounce off the wall. He was looking for a little room.
That's hurt both cars.
Look at it, Michael. Look at that lap. Look at that 28.68 on Carl Edwards.
Fastest lap of the night at lap 92 for Edwards and Rudiman and Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart got into the back of Biffle exiting turn 4 there. Got Biffle a little bit sideways.
I think if Kyle Busch was smart, he'd start trying to find another line to run, see if he can pick up a little speed here. He might as well go for broke.
And you know, there's not any side-by-side racing right now. Everybody's sort of strung out, and this is good for Carl. He doesn't want to see any accidents. He doesn't need a caution.
3 more times.
He just needs to run about 4.5 miles and be done with this baby.
4 laps to go. Quickest car on the racetrack is Carl Edwards and Kyle Busch. Tony Stewart right with them in 4th.
Mike, Carl has just been so hooked up all night long. He can run the bottom, and that's really been his big advantage. Right there, just he is on that white line, both ends of the racetrack.
In the prior 4 years that this has been a 4-segment race, no one has led at the end of segment 3 and gone to victory lane. Carl Edwards is trying to break that streak.
Kyle Busch did exactly what I said he should do. He moved up the racetrack, running a little bit higher line, and he is closing that gap on Carl Edwards in a hurry.
He was 3/10 quicker than Edwards that lap.
He is coming big time. Look at this gap right. Look at it close in 3 and 4.
Lap and a half to go.
Oh, they won it so bad, Darrell. You know that.
White flag.
He's going to catch Carl going into turn 3. Don't know if he can do anything with him or not, but he's going to catch him.
Edwards on the bottom.
Kyle he waited too long to move up. I think if he had moved up sooner, he might have caught Carl and had a shot at him, but it's going to be too little too late.
2 more corners for $1 million. Edwards comes up a groove. Busch close, but not close enough. Carl Edwards wins the Sprint All-Star race and $1 million.
All right, baby. Awesome work, Mr. Ed. It's over, right? It's over. That's it. Checkered flag's off.
When Darrell Waltrip won the first Sprint All-Star
We
race,
won this thing. You guys are unbelievable. Woo!
Darrell won $200,000.
You got to get behind the show car there.
Carl has banked that much tonight in bonus money. He's going to take home $1,203,000.
You know what I like most about that 10-lap segment, Darrell? Carl had it loaded up.
Here he comes.
Oh my gosh!
Oh boy!
He just tore his car all to pieces. He hit this manhole down there. He tore it up.
Sorry about that.
He tore the whole front off of it. He was going to do a Matt Kenseth thing. He didn't know there was a manhole down there.
You can get behind that show car over there on pit road.
I don't think that's going to happen.
He's going to get behind a record. What he's going to get behind.
That is awesome.
Gosh.
He didn't make one mistake all night long till then.
He just didn't. There's a man cover down there. I think there's a cover down there that he hit.
In your words, dadgum cars tore all to pieces.
Dadgum cars tore all to pieces, Mike.
Here we go, $1 million backflip.
But at least he made it down here. He's got to be sick about his car, though, because I bet they were going to use that thing next week.
They can fix it now.
Carl Edwards becomes the 8th different winner of the Sprint All-Star race in the last 8 years. And he wants to go celebrate with the fans.
And the boss, Joe Gibbs, has just shaken your hand, giving you a round of applause. You want to win these things. Golly, you came so close tonight.
We sure did, but you know, we finally finished one too. So this was a good race for us, and can't thank M&M's and Toyota, Interstate Batteries, all the people that stand behind us here at Joe Gibbs Racing, and made this a fun night for us. You know, we come up a little bit short, but we got beat by a faster car. I mean, best I could have done was something on a restart, and I didn't get a great one there on that final one, but you know, it was, I still kept up with him a little bit, but he was just too fast, got away from me, spread the gap too far. And by the time I was trying to run him back down on the top side there, it just took me too long to get back to him. And a few more laps, maybe I would have got him, but you know, all you had was 10.
Where did his speed come from? Where was he so good?
Just grip. He was just so good through the corner, you know, and being able to, once he got his car turned, he didn't even need to finish turning his car. You know, it would kind of turn and he would hammer the throttle and it would just continue to turn and just drive up off the corner. And that's what we look for every week, but it would drive up off straight. You know, it wouldn't be loose. You know, he could just keep the power down and stay committed to it, where, you know, sometimes, you know, when we try to do that and go too hard on a pedal, it'll kind of start stepping out and you kind of got to steer too much into it. But our car was really good. You know, it was steady there the last 10 laps, and like I said, just kind of ran out of time. So proud of my guys, though. They gave me a great piece and something to come out here and finish the race with, at least take home a second. It's disappointing, sure, but you know, at least now we know what it takes to win one of these things, and maybe we can get it next year.
Kyle Busch and his crew, a solid performance to finish second tonight.
The backflip, spectacular. Visit to the crowd, wonderful. Race car, not so good. It's a bit of an impromptu victory lane out here.
Yeah, anytime you have grass on the windshield after the race, it's not good. I got to thank right off the bat Aflac. They are now hiring. If you didn't notice, they're hiring. It's a great place to work. I think Ford, our Fusion was great. Kellogg's, Scott's. Fortunately, Scott's, I can have them send some seed, grow some grass back there.
Yeah, you're going to need it.
I had no clue that drain was there. And I guess NASCAR's mad. They think we're hiding something with that car. But that was a pretty big accident. Subway, the fans, and especially Sprint for putting this on. I'm going to take a picture of you, actually, with my phone.
Thanks, Carl.
And that's $1 million. We just won $1 million.
1.2.
1 point. Well, they added point. That's great. Thank you very much, Brent. I really appreciate that. I love you, Kate. Just unbelievable.
Carl, you had a fantastic race car, but what was the key to winning this race?
The key to winning this race are the guys behind me, and one of them is Jody Fortson, who lost his father. I want to say hi to Sheila Fortson watching, Bob Osborne, and my guys, especially the guys on pit road. I mean, they could have dropped the ball. That was all the pressure in the world on those guys. They performed a flawless pit stop. We got out in front of Kyle, and he is a bear on those restarts. And so if we would have started behind him, I think it would have been really tough. So just unbelievable. I feel so bad about tearing up the car, but Bob says he's got a faster one for next week, so I'm pretty excited.
What did Jack Roush say to you? I saw him laughing.
Yeah, he said I could come work on that thing this week if I'd like to. So I told him I'll be busy. We're running the Polaris Mustang tomorrow. He's still yelling at me over there. Running it up in Iowa. I'm pretty excited to see the fans up there in Iowa. It's just unreal. It still hasn't sunk in. I mean, this is the All-Star race, and we just won it. That's crazy.
Congratulations, Carl Edwards, winner of the All-Star race. Krista?
Okay, David Rudiman, a solid run tonight. Happy with the performance of the car and your crew?
Absolutely. My guys did a phenomenal job on that pit stop and got us a lot of track position there. And my hat's off to everybody at Michael Walker Racing. The air machine was good tonight. Dax Carringer, Rodney Childers made some really good adjustments on the end. And like I said, that pit stop made the difference. And I got to thank Sprint for this race. I mean, this is a phenomenal race and a lot of money in a short race. It's kind of right up my alley. So we enjoyed it and looking forward to the 600.
Everybody wants to win this thing. You finished in third place. How frustrating is it to watch $1 million go away from you?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, but, you know, we haven't had the kind of year we were hoping to have. So, you know, getting out of here with a car in one piece and having some good speed and, you know, it's phenomenal. Feels good. And also another MWR team manager, Brett Moffitt, won tonight. So he's off to a good start, too. So we got some tire money for the old man's car, so he's happy, and we're good to go now.
All right. Congratulations. Michael Waltrip, or David Rudiman finished third tonight.